This is botany PSR. In the previous class, I explained about packaging of DNA helix and nucleosome concept. Today, I want to explain the search for genetic material. That means, what is the genetic material? For that, there have been research for many years whether the genetic material is DNA or RNA or proteins. What is the genetic material? For that, they have done research for many years by many scientists. Okay, right. The search for genetic material. First of all, nuclein, that is nucleic acids. Nuclein discovered by Friedrich Miescher. So, nuclein discovered by Miescher. This search for genetic material can be explained by three concepts. What are those three concepts? That is, one is called transforming principle. And second one is biochemical characterization of transforming principle. And third concept is the genetic material is DNA. The genetic material is DNA. So, this search for genetic material can be explained in how many concepts? Three concepts. Transforming principle, biochemical characterization of transforming principle, and the third concept is the genetic material is DNA. Transforming principle proposed by Griffith, and biochemical characterization of transforming principle proposed by three scientists, that is Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy. So, these three scientists proposed biochemical characterization of transforming principle. The genetic material is DNA. It was proposed by Hershey and Chase. One by one, I want to explain. First one is transforming principle. Okay? Look at here, my dear students. Transforming principle. It was conducted by Griffith in Streptococcus, also called pneumococcus. So, this transforming principle conducted by Griffith in which organism? Streptococcus, or it is also called pneumococcus, which causes pneumonia. Streptococcus pneumoniae or pneumococcus pneumoniae. What does it mean, streptococcus? Streptococcus means spherical. Strepto means chain. A chain of spherical shaped bacteria. A chain of spherical shaped bacteria is called Streptococcus, right? In this there are two types of Streptococcus. How many types are there in Streptococcus or Pneumococcus? Two types. Right. What are those two types? One is called avirulent and second one is called virulent. Avirulent, virulent. Virulent means pathogenic. Virulent means pathogenic, whereas avirulent means non-pathogenic. That means it does not cause pneumonia, whereas virulent strains means they cause pneumonia disease, right? How they cause pneumonia means virulent strains, they have smooth mucus or smooth polysaccharide coat and give smooth colonies. Smooth colonies. Smooth colonies means S strain. So if they produce capsule means coat is also called capsule. If coat is present means pneumonia disease will occur. So they cause pneumonia. So which have smooth mucus or polysaccharide coat and give smooth colonies, S colonies. S colonies means that is smooth colonies which are dangerous, which are pathogenic. That means they cause disease. What type of disease it is? Pneumonia disease. And another avirulent means they have no mucus or polysaccharide coat and give rough colonies. Rough colonies, that is R colonies. R colonies. If R colonies, R strains are present means they are non-pathogenic, no? That means they do not cause pneumonia. So that means in Streptococcus, two types of strains are present. Avirulent, also called non-virulent, and another one virulent. Virulent means pathogenic. Avirulent means non-pathogenic. That means virulent means they produce smooth mucus coat or polysaccharide coat or capsule and give smooth colonies. If smooth colonies are produced means they cause pneumonia. They cause pneumonia. And avirulent means they have no mucus coat or polysaccharide coat and give rough colonies. So that means no coat means no pneumonia is caused. They do not cause pneumonia. Okay. And how they did experiment? How they did experiment means that is S strain bacteria were injected into mice. injected into mice. In the first case, S strain. S strain is also called, see, S strain is also called virulent strain. So S strain is also called virulent strain. So if this S strain or virulent strain injected into mice means the mice die due to a disease called pneumonia. So when S strain colonies are injected into the mice, so what happens? For that mice, pneumonia is caused, and later on the mice were dead due to a disease called pneumonia, isn't it? Right. Next one, second case, R strain. R strain is also called avirulent. It was injected into mice. Avirulent means they do not cause pneumonia. That's why the mice are live condition. They do not dead. Why? Because these are nothing but R strains. R strains means avirulent strains. Avirulent means non-pathogenic. No pneumonia is caused. That's why the mice are live. No death occurs for that mice. Next, third condition. S strain. S strain heat kill. S strain heat kill. That is heat kill S strain. Heat kill S strain is injected into mice. Heat kill S strain, that is S strains are taken and they are heated. Then bacteria are killed, but the genetic material present in that bacteria is not killed. That point you have to understand, right? When heat kill S strain is injected into mice, that means bacteria dead, no? That is mice also live. No death occurs for mice. Okay, so that is heat kill. Heat kill means bacterial cells are dead. When bacterial cells are dead means mice are alive. So in this also no confusion to understand. And the fourth condition, this is the fourth condition, S strain heat kill plus R strain. The mixture he has taken, heat kill S strain and R strain together, mixture is taken and it is injected into mice. Then what happens means, here the mice are dead. Mice die. Generally, see here, when S strain heat kill means mice live, R strain also live. Then what is the general condition? At last the mice will live in condition only. For here what happens? These mice were dead. What is the reason? What is the reason for dead condition for this mice? So a peculiar condition is happened because, see, what is the reason means, heat kill S strain means the bacteria are killed, but the genetic material DNA was not killed. So something is transferred from heat kill S strain to R strain. Something was transferred from heat kill S strain to R strain. Then R strain becomes S strain. That is the reason. When S strains are appeared means finally mice will dead. So heat kill S strain means, what is the reason we have to note here means, When heat killed S strain means the bacteria are killed, but the genetic material is not killed. So something is transferred from heat killed S strain to R strain. Something was transferred from heat killed S strain to R strain. Then R strain becomes S strain. So what is the reason means? What is the reason means? Because while heating S strain bacteria are killed, but the genetic material which is DNA was not killed. Something means, let us think that would be the DNA. Something is transferred from heat killed S strain to R strain. Then R strain becomes S strain. That's why the mice are dead. So this is the reason. So now look at here, my dear students. This S strain bacteria are injected into the mice. Mice are dead. When those mice are observed means, S strain bacterial cells are recovered. Here mice are lived means, mice are in living condition means, in the mice body R strain cells are recovered. Here in this condition, heat killed no S strain and no R strains are not recovered. In this, when heat killed S strain is injected into mice, either S strains or R strains are not recovered in the mice body. Whereas here in mice die, here the fourth condition, heat killed S strain and R strain, a mixture is injected into the mice. Finally mice dead why the mice were dead? Because this S strain cells are recovered in this mice body. Okay, what the reason means? Here though it is heat killed, bacteria are killed, but the genetic material inside the bacteria is not killed. That's why that something is transferred. What is that something? DNA. Something is transferred from heat killed S strain to R strain. Then R strain becomes S strain. Whenever that S strain are appeared means finally pneumonia is caused and finally mice were dead. Okay. So like that this was explained by Griffith. So this is so called transforming principle by Griffith. So please note down all these points, my dear students. Please note down. Wait a minute. Next one, I am going to explain the second concept, biochemical characterization of transforming principle, biochemical characterization of transforming principle. This was conducted by 3 scientists. How many scientists? 3 scientists. That is Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy. Okay. So, whether the genetic material is DNA, RNA or the proteins, of those 3 things, what is the genetic material? That one they have to found. Okay. Right. What they did means they taken that 4th condition, that is heat killed S strain, heat killed S strain and R strain, they have that Griffith taken now. That condition, that experiment these 3 scientists repeated. So that is by using the chemicals, that is RNase. When RNase enzyme, what is the purpose of RNase? This RNase enzyme is useful for digesting the RNA. Digesting the RNA. That is DNA remained. So RNase enzyme is taken. What is the purpose of RNase? It is useful for digesting the RNA. If the transforming principle is RNA will be digested, no? So whether the transformation takes place or not takes place, transformation takes place. Transformation takes place. Pneumonia caused. Next one. Another enzyme they have taken, that is protease. Protease is the enzyme useful for digesting the proteins. If proteins are transported, means proteins are digested. Still there is the presence of DNA. DNA remained. So next transformation takes place. Transformation. So I am writing here transformation takes place. Pneumonia caused. So the finally third one, DNase. It is also written like this also. DNase or DNase. If DNase is taken, this is the enzyme useful for digesting the DNA. DNA digesting enzyme is DNase. So that means no DNA. No DNA means no transformation. No transformation. No transformation. No transformation means pneumonia not caused. Pneumonia not caused. So finally what they have understood means the transforming principle must be the DNA. Like that they said. Okay. What is the transforming principle according to these 3 scientists, Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy? They used 3 biochemicals. 3 biochemicals by 3 scientists. So DNA is the transforming principle. DNA is the transforming principle, but all biologists are not. So by the above, it was confirmed that DNA was the genetic material, but all biologists are not convinced. So that means RNase enzyme is taken and applied. If RNA is transferred means, transformation takes place, pneumonia cause. So that means transferred material is not RNA, isn't it? So like that again, protease enzyme is taken, which is useful for digesting the proteins. DNA still remained without any change. So transformation takes place. Which type of enzymes did not affect transformation? Did not affect transformation. This is very, very important, my dear students. Which type of enzymes did not affect transformation means both RNase and protease. These enzymes did not affect transformation. Why? Because pneumonia is caused. Next, and when DNase is used, which is useful for digesting the DNA, when there is no DNA means no transformation occur. No transformation occurs means pneumonia not caused. So by this they can prove that, by the above it was confirmed that the DNA was the genetic material. DNA was the genetic material, but all biologists are not convinced with this concept. And they asked one question: what DNAs and DNAs? What is the difference between these two? DNAs means many DNAs, many DNA molecules. That is plural form of DNAs. DNAs means enzyme for digesting the DNA. Enzyme for digesting the DNA. Digesting enzyme is DNase. This DNase is also called like this. DNase, like this also you may write. So DNase means plural form, many DNA molecules. This DNase means DNA digesting enzyme. Please note down all these points, my dear students. And the next concept is the genetic material is DNA. This is the third concept. This concept was proposed by Hershey and Chase by using bacteriophages and bacteria. Okay. Next one, they used two radioactive isotopes. Two radioactive isotopes, that is S35 and P32. They use two radioactive isotopes S35 and P32. Next one, and process involved is transduction. What is the process called? Transduction. Transduction means transfer of genetic material through bacteriophage is called transduction. Transfer of genetic material through bacteriophage is called transduction. Right. So this genetic material is DNA was unequivocally proved. Unequivocal proof, that is, it is an unequivocal, that means clear, unequivocal proof that DNA is the genetic material. By which scientist means Hershey and Chase. So the genetic material is DNA, unequivocally proved. Unequivocal proof means clear proof that DNA is the genetic material by Hershey and Chase by using radioactive isotopes called S35 and P32. Organisms involved are bacteriophages and bacteria. Bacteriophages and bacteria. Now look at here, my dear students. Let us suppose this is the bacteriophage. This bacteriophage contains surrounding protein coat. Inside the protein coat, DNA is present. If this bacteria, what is meant by bacteriophage? The viruses which attack bacteria. The viruses which attack bacteria is called bacteriophage. If this bacteria is placed on S35 medium, if this is so called bacteriophage. So this is bacteriophage, this is bacterium cell. So S35, if the viruses are placed on a medium containing S35 medium, that sulfur will enter into protein coat. Here you may found S35. So sulfur is a component of S35. So fine. Next one, here it is a bacteriophage and it is attached to bacteria. And here it is the DNA. And this is the bacteriophage, sorry. This is a bacteriophage. The genetic material present in bacteriophage is DNA, double stranded DNA, and it was placed in which medium means P32 medium. Then phosphorus will enter into phosphorus containing compound. That means the DNA contains the DNA with P32. Protein coat with here, protein coat with S35. So sulfur is a component of protein coat and not the component of DNA. phosphorus is a component of DNA and not the component of protein code. So what the points we have to note it means, see, look at here my dear students, when the viruses are placed on S35 medium, when the viruses are placed in S35 medium, sulfur medium, S35 sulfur medium, the sulfur goes to protein coat. The protein coat is with S35. It will not enter into this DNA. Why? Because sulfur is a component of protein coat, not the component of DNA. Okay. Sir, that DNA, that S is there, no, S stands for in DNA polymer of nucleotides. What is DNA? Polymer of nucleotides. Phosphate, S stands for sugar. Don't say sulfur. Okay. Right. So the sulfur is a component of protein coat and not the component of DNA. Right. When viruses are kept in or grown in P32 medium, then P enters into DNA. That means phosphorus is a component of DNA and not the component of protein coat. So 2 points we have to remember, my dear students. Sulfur is a component of protein coat and not of DNA. Sulfur is a component of protein coat and not the component of DNA. And phosphorus is a component of DNA and not protein coat. Okay, these points we have to understand. So how they did experiment by using bacteriophages. Look at here, my dear students. So that is, this is, let us consider this is a bacteriophage. Bacteriophage placed in radioactive S35. Then what happens? Protein coat of bacteriophage with S35, isn't it? This protein coat is having S35. Right, that means this is the diagram of bacteriophage. Okay, and this is the sulfur. That means S35 in protein coat. This one is infection. So the bacteriophage is attached to bacterial cell is called infection. And the second step. So what is the genetic material present in bacteriophage means this one. And next step. See, infection. Next one, blending. That is it is removed. Protein coats are removed. So phased DNA enters. It undergoes replication. Okay. So this second step is called blending. What is blending means? That is, protein coats are removed. Protein coats are removed by agitating in a blender. Agitating means shaking. When these bacterial cells are shaken means these protein coats are separated, removed. This is so called blending. First one is called infection. And if we observe this one, so here is, look at here my dear students. So this is infection and this is blending. If blending occurs means the protein coats and bacterial cells. These are the protein coats. The protein coat and these are the bacterial cells, bacteria. Okay, when blending occurs means both the protein coats and bacteria are separated, removed. Still previously it is attached, no? Previously it is attached. So the bacteria phase secretes an enzyme called lysozyme. Because of that lysozyme, it makes a hole on the cell wall of bacteria. Then the DNA enters. Okay. So when blending occurs means the protein coats and bacteria are separated. So these are the bacteria cells and this is the supernatant. The remaining solution is nothing but supernatant. So this is the DNA. Okay. So will S35 is found in here, no? So what we kept there, bacteriophage, when it is placed in radioactive S35, then S35 will enter into protein coat. So this is the protein coat is having S35. So S35 is here. Now it is here. So that is this bacteria. No S35. No S35 is detected in bacterial cells. Whereas in supernated is having S35. Supernatant means other than bacteria, remaining solution is called supernatant. In that remaining solution, protein coats are found. When that protein coats are there means S35 is there. So when bacterial cells are detected, S35 is not found. When the supernatant is observed, S35 is found. So this process is so called, third process called centrifugation. That means these bacteria and protein coats are separated. So that is separation of bacteria and protein coats by spinning in centrifuge. It is an apparatus, separation of bacteria and protein coats. So if bacteria are detected means no S35. If bacteriophages or protein coats are observed means S35 is detected. So S35 is not detected in bacterial cells. S35 is detected in protein coats or supernatant. Supernatant means remaining solution. So how many steps are involved in Hershey and Chase experiment? 3 steps in the correct sequence. First of all, infection, later blending, later centrifugation. Separation of bacteria and protein coats can be done by spinning in centrifuge. First step is called infection, second step is called blending, third step is called centrifugation. Did you understand, my dear students? Similarly, bacteriophage bacteriophage plus radioactive P32. Bacteriophage was placed in radioactive P32 medium. S35 here also medium. Now DNA of bacteriophage with P32. Okay, when bacteriophage is placed in P32 medium, that phosphorus will enter into DNA, will not enter into protein code. Why? Because phosphorus is a component of DNA, not the component of protein code. Now look at here, this is the diagram of bacteriophage and this is called infection. This is the phage DNA, that is DNA with phosphorus 32, P32, don't say P35, S35, P32, right? So this step is called infection. The bacteriophage is attached to bacterial cell. The bacteriophage secretes an enzyme called lysozyme. Because of that lysozyme, here it makes a hole, and through that hole the phage DNA enters into the bacterial cell. See, and the DNA enters and it undergoes replication like that. So these are the bacteria cells, and the protein codes are removed. So this step is so called blending. The phage DNA enters into the bacterial cell, and finally these bacterial cells are with, so these bacteria are with P32 and the remaining supernatant. This is so called supernatant. No P32. And this process is so called centrifugation, right? The bacteriophage is attached, means this process is so called infection, and later this phage DNA enters into the bacterial cell, and when we agitated means shaking means the protein codes are separated, removed. Removal of protein codes in a blender is called blending. So the phage DNA which enters into the bacteria, it undergoes replication. So this DNA is with P32, radioactive P32, and this supernatant has no P32. So in this experiment what we noted that what is transferred material? DNA is transferred, not the bacteria. Bacteria is not transferred, no. Bacteria is remained outside only. Here the DNA is transferred from bacteriophage to the bacterium. From bacteriophage, through bacteriophage, DNA is transferred into the bacterial cell. So finally it was proved that DNA is the genetic material. So now I want to ask a few questions. Nucleic acids are called as nuclein by Frederick Mischer. The search for genetic material, how many concepts are there? 3 concepts. Transforming principle by Griffith. Griffith worked on Streptococcus pneumoniae or Pneumococcus pneumoniae, which causes pneumonia disease. Right, there the 4 conditions are there. S strain injected into mice means mice die. R strain injected into mice means mice live. Heat kill S strain means heat kill S strain live. Heat kill S strain and R strain mixture means mice dead. Mice were dead due to something was transferred from heat kill S strain to R strain. Then R strain becomes S strain. Finally, the mice were dead. So that something was transferred is nothing but DNA. So it was not accepted by all scientists at that time. Next, biochemical characterization. How many chemicals are used? 3 chemicals. How many scientists? 3 scientists conducted. Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy. Which enzymes did not affect transformation? Protease and RNase. Which enzyme affect transformation? DNase. DNase is nothing but DNA digesting enzyme. Next, that one, all biologists are not convinced with that experiment. Next, the genetic material is DNA by using bacteriophages and bacteria conducted by Hershey and Chase. Hershey and Chase used how many radioactive isotopes? 2 radioactive isotopes, S35, P32. Sulfur is a component of protein, not the component of DNA. Phosphorus is a component of DNA, not the component of protein code. Hershey and Chase experiment, how many steps involved? 3 steps. We have to say in the correct sequence. First one is called infection, second one is called blending, that is shaking, third one is called separation, that is centrifugation. Infection, blending, separation. Centrifugation. Centrifugation means separation of bacteria and supernatant. So this supernatant is having protein codes of bacteriophages. So this P32 is detected in bacterial cells, P32 is not detected in supernatant. So by this, DNA is transferred from one organism to another organism. So finally, unequivocal proof for DNA is the genetic material by, that is Hershey and Chase. That one you have to remember. And now I want to ask one question, my dear students. If 100 bacteriophages are placed in both S35 and P32 medium, then how many what type obtained? What type of phages are obtained? See, if the question is if 100 bacteriophages are placed in both medium means S35 will enter into protein code, P32 will enter into DNA. That means all bacteriophages, that is 100 bacteriophages are having S35 and P32. That means, see, this is bacteriophage. This was kept in which medium? S35 and P32 medium. S35 here it will found, S35 in protein coat and P32 in, so all the bacteriophages are having both S35 and P32, but S35 is in protein coat, P32 is in DNA. Okay, are you understanding, my dear students? Please note down all these points and we will meet in the next class.